I used to do a lot of my gunsmithing out here. You can see my vise down there. My workbench is all covered up with a bunch of stuff. That's another project of its own. And I want to be able to do some sort of a vise in my reloading room to be able to do some gunsmithing. If you do it out here, if I dropped a spring, a pin, something like that, I think it would be gone for eternity, maybe. So I got a limited amount of room in my reloading room here, and I definitely didn't want to do a permanently mounted vise. So I needed to come up with something that I could work on and be able to just take it away. So kind of went through it, thought it through, and came up with something pretty cool. I think you guys are going to like it. And it'll also work for, people who don't have a shop or something like that. If you want to do it on your dining room table, your desk. It's just a cool little vise idea. I also wanted the gun to be rifle, pistol, whatever. I want to be right in the middle of the bench. Problem with the vise, it's going to hang off the end of the bench. So it's over here. And so I wanted something right in the middle of the bench. Now, I think everybody's seen these Tipton Best Gun Vises. And you know what? They're great for what they're for. They're, you can do your cleaning. You might be able to mount a scope fairly well, but you know what? To level it and all that, it can be somewhat inadequate. I'm not knocking this down. It's a great option. You can sit on a table, sit on your bench, work away. But I wanted something a little bit different. So my solution was quite simple. It's just a piece of 3/4 inch cabinet grade plywood. Got some carriage bolts recessed in here. I know a lot of people will do this kind of work on their dining room table, desk, things like that. So you could just put those little feet on there. They're made for the bottom of chairs. And I banded it with some mahogany, little ship's rail. And what I did is I put a drill press vise on it. The nice thing about a drill press vise is they're designed to be absolutely level. So when you put your block for magwell for doing an AR, that's a 308 magwell. It's a nice platform. I mean, the gun is nice and sturdy. Don't have to really bolt it down. I mean, most gunsmithing, you're not talking about stuff that's super tight. And what's cool is it's very level for mounting scopes and things like that. You can look at it and it's right in the money. I mean, it's nice. So very cool. Another thing that I did was I made some blocks for mounting a rifle by the Picatinny rails. Now you don't really want to go cranking down on your Picatinny rails. These are plastic blocks. It's kind of like cutting board material. I've never really seen them before. I've actually thought about maybe making them and perhaps selling them. They would be cheap enough to produce and crank it down, and I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's tight, so you can do all kinds of work with your rifle upside down. So I wasn't really planning on doing a video, but I did get some footage of putting this stuff together, and this is, like I said, this is more like cutting block material. This is actually called starboard. May not be readily available to everybody. Like I said, I thought about making it, but it's nice. The vise is super level, which is great for mounting your optics, things like that. Also, the ship's rail. It's hard for a spring or a pin to roll off the edge. I mean, it just so just like that. Cut a groove out, just got to clean it up. Fits the Picatinny rail perfect. Now I just got to cut it to fit in my jaws of my gun. 40 bucks. You'd be into something that worked really well for you. I mean, this came from Lowe's. I'm probably going to do another one of these with a better vise, but I mean, this is 20 bucks from Lowe's. Got your piece of plywood. You don't have to band it like I did. I just kind of find it handy for the springs and things like that. And I'll tag on a little bit of the construction. I didn't really intend on doing this video until I kind of finished this thing. I shot a couple things, and then I said, you know what, people would really be interested in this thing, because this thing's really cool. I mean, it is, it's nice, and like I said, it's nice and level and plumb. I mean, it's work well for you. So I'll tag that in here. For the carriage bolts, you want to recess these into the back side. So sit your vise on the back side of your piece of wood, and mark exactly where you want your carriage bolts to be, and I'll show you how to recess them. So I'm going to use a paddle bit, just a little bit bigger than the head of the carriage bolt, and I'm going to line it up on my marks, and I'm going to drill down. The cool thing about plywood is there's layers, so you can be real consistent on the depths. Then once you got that done, you switch to another bit. It's the same as your shank size, and just drill them through. It's pretty straightforward. A couple of paddle bits. Well, like always, I hope that helped, and just something that, you know, I always wanted. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff just on the bench, and it can be just a total pain in the butt, but it's really nice just to have something, you know, to really lock that thing in there. And so that's it, I guess. If you're going to build one of these things, good luck. I don't see any problems. I think it's going to be great. Like I said, I might improve it, but I think it's going to be great. So you guys have a great one. We'll see you next time. And one of the things that I wanted the most out of it was I didn't want a permanently mounted vise on my bench anywhere. I mean, I want a nice open space, but I also wanted somewhat of a sturdy work platform, and this just happened to work out really well. And the nicest thing is when I'm done, yank it off of there, I can lean it against the wall, out of sight, out of mind.